What's up, everyone? HiFi Turtle, Bass Therapy. We're just back from Axpona 2022. We went through a lot of the rooms. I don't think we saw everything, but I took a lot of pictures, and we're just going to talk about our experience with some of the pictures I took and talk room by room what we experienced and what we liked, what we didn't, stuff like that. So without further ado, let us begin. So, of course, we started in the Focal room. You know, everyone knows me for Focal speakers, so this was the Canta 3s with the SPL electronics. They weren't actually playing these when we were there. They were pretty much a static display, but in the new matte black finish, which I think is just okay. I like the more woody colors. Not so much the glossy colors. I like the older colors, but this is all right. I think people who do like matte black, of course, are going to be all over this. Anyone who likes MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee, and you can see Bass Therapy's leg over there to the right.
Thickest thighs.
Really nice ripped jeans and thighs, of course.
My opinion, I don't really like those. If they did the Woofers black too, they could look way better. But it looks bad because it's like 3 different colors. But those are really great sounding speakers, but I think they're ugly. That's just my opinion.
I still like them. I got a soft spot for the Canta still. Name statement,
Beautiful.
S1.
I wish I had the money, but
$300,000. This is powering the Mastros, and it's the preamp in the middle and the 2 power amps on the sides. 1 horsepower of total power in the Mastros and the Noyer Fonts, I think Fonce. The special wood color. We actually didn't really get a good positioning for these because they did demos on the hour every hour, and on those hours
it was full.
It was so full. There was probably 60 or 70 people in the room trying to all get a spot, and it was just impossible unless you were willing to sit there for 15 to 30 minutes before the demo really started. You weren't getting a very great seat, unfortunately. So didn't get a great listen, but still awesome speaker.
Those look
very
amazing.
cool demo. Yeah, the in walls. We got a demo of the. Is this I don't know if this is Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, they had the speakers on top.
Okay, yeah, it was. I think it was Atmos because it was 7.2.4 because they had the 2 heights that are in the top of the speaker, but they bounce off the ceiling to create height. So that was pretty cool. They played a Prince song and
series.
It was actually recorded for Atmos. So, and this is the Chorus series. It's the entry level
726. I don't even remember.
It was 7. No. It's the. I think it's the 826. Might be the 726. But this is one of the entry level models for Focal, and definitely worked for the. Got some blurry pictures. This is the Area K2, and it was hard to hear this because there's so much going on in this room. They had like 5 different setups, so the sound bleeds over into everything else.
Those have a lot of bass though. I like the sound of those.
Okay, and this is the special edition, the Arias with the Kevlar cones or the Amarin fiber cones. So it was interesting to see them, but I didn't get a good chance to hear them really judge them versus like the regular Arias. I'm sure that's a big point of contention is how they sound versus the normal Arias. And then the Celeste headphones, I like these a lot. I thought these sounded very similar to the Clear that I have, the old Focal Clear original. I thought that they, of course, were not as open and airy as a closed back. Are you all right? All right. But still very good and powered by the SPL headphone amplifier. The name Muso and Muso Mini or whatever it is, those were on display. Those were not playing, so they were cool, but not playing again. Focal, the Clear MG, really cool looking. Although honestly, I prefer the sound of the original Clear versus these. I thought these were a little brighter and a little more bassy, much more V-curved than the original Clear. So there was some more detail, I thought, because of the extended high end, but I liked the more neutral sound of the original Clear. So that was my thoughts on that. But very cool headphone. And then they pulled out the Radiance, the Bentley edition, but they didn't play it on anything. And apparently this is the last pair available, and they're keeping it for themselves. So no longer available anywhere, supposedly. Cool looking though. They went to the Vinberg room. I think this was Win Audio, if I'm remembering correctly, who's putting it on. You like the green, right?
Yeah, green looks nice.
This was cool, and Vinberg, the lower model of Title.
They sound pretty cool.
It sounded pretty good. I don't think that the demo was mind blowing for what it was, but
yeah,
take any real sound criticism with a grain of salt, because in these rooms it's really hard to judge any particular speaker.
And they play garbage music with like nothing, so you can't really tell. No voice, no bass, so it's really hard to tell if your speaker is good or not. Dynaudio differently though. Great music, great speakers. Hell yeah, if you have the money, buy that.
The Dynaudio Confidence 60. I love the Confidence series. It's very polarizing though, because on Instagram I hear a lot that people really don't care for this speaker very much, which is surprising.
I don't think they ever heard it, because they're great.
They were great.
They're one of the best.
And I've heard them in a showroom before, and I thought they were one of the best speakers I've ever heard. Here they are powered by the Octave amps and the Sim Audio preamp and DAC, I believe. But yeah, this is one of the best rooms. We came here a couple times, and just every time it was a favorite for sure. I think coming out of the show, this is going to be my choice for best system.
Yeah, if I had the money, I'll buy these instead of everything else.
Pretty good shot.
Love the finish too.
The Octave, really blurry picture of one of the Octave preamps. I think the Contour 60i. These weren't playing. It was static display, even though they had everything plugged up. It was all Confidence 60 all day. I don't think they ever played these, to be honest. Legacy.
Ugly speakers.
You didn't like them.
The ugliest stuff
I think
ever.
the finishes are actually pretty nice.
These ones are the
cool.
ugly ones. Look like they're plastic from Walmart. Not saying like they didn't sound bad. They sound pretty good, but they look horrible. That's my opinion, though.
I don't know. I kind of like the look, but I will say the thing about this was I felt like it was all bass with these speakers. Like I felt very overpowered in the bass, even for such a large room that we were in. I definitely felt like there was a little bit boomy and just very, 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 very strong on the bass. So I would have liked to have heard one of the smaller models, but the smaller models were static display. They weren't playing at the time, and I don't know if they played them later in the show.
Those I felt like it was a little bit bright. Then we came back, and then they were sounding pretty good.
Yeah, the Von Schweikarts with the VAC amps. This is always a very popular room, just because I think it's over $750,000 as far as the whole system setup goes. Amazingly that they are able to power the system, because when we were in there, you could see the lights at the top of the room flickering on and off as the bass notes hit, because so much power was being drawn by the amps and all the other electronics. So I'm really surprised that like this room didn't blow a circuit breaker at one point and just cut off. So I think that also probably played a very big role in how this sounded, and may have not lived up to the full potential of it. So, but pretty cool. Then the VAC amps, the Statement 450 IQs, really cool. And the blue color on the Von Schweikarts was just like, oh my god, it was really beautiful. I mean, and the static display of the cheaper Von Schweikarts, I'm not entirely sure of the model. I forget the model of the other ones too, unfortunately.
Wait, how you say it?
Von Schweikart.
Van Schweikart.
I think so. I think that's how you say it. It's German, so Von Schweikart. This was a Luxman Amplifier board. The Luxman powering the Magico M6. This was pretty good. Very coherent. Very, very good sound staging and imaging.
Oh, they had the carbon fiber.
Yeah, the carbon fiber on the side. Graphene drivers. I think $175,000 for the pair on the Magico M6s now.
Super cheap and affordable.
Yeah, not entirely sure on the pricing there. The Borison 01s, the bookshelf Borisons, I think they're $44,000 for the pair.
But those had the special thing. They're not.
That's right. They were. I think these are $56,000 because they're the Silver Supreme version.
Yeah.
They're not the stock version, because they make a cryo version and the Silver Supreme version, and this was the Silver Supreme version. So the most expensive, of course, for the show. And they had this huge display of somewhere in Denmark, I think where Borison is from. So it was kind of hard to get photos because that bright screen in the background, but it was pretty cool, I will say.
I like the sound of those.
It sounded really good as well. We had the Cora room.
Which surprised everyone.
Yeah, this was very cool. Again, with the VAC statement, 450 IQs, a whole slew of electronics on this side. Yeah, I took a picture here of all the VAC electronics and the turntable and everything. And we were there for David Solomon from Cobuzz. He did a DJ session and played this really amazing cover of Led Zeppelin's Kashmir on these. And I thought there had to be like a hidden subwoofer in this room just because of how much bass was being output by these 6.5-inch drivers. And this is a 2.5-way speaker, and even still, I was like, there's no way it could be putting out that much bass. But we listened to this song. It's Kashmir by Marcin Petzalik. Marcin Petzalik. This is what the cover looks like here. Wait,
if you just put Marcin, it shows.
Yeah, it might show up if you just put Marcin too. But we listened to this on my Sopras when we got back from the show on the first day, and it was the same thing. I'd never ever heard that much bass and that punchy of bass and that deep of bass from the Sopras ever. So it's just a magic song. It's a magic song that like brings out all the bass that your speakers can produce, and it was really cool to hear it on the Acoras in that huge room. And I was especially surprised like how good and how deep and how rich that bass was, given that it was powered by an all-tube signal chain with the VAC components. So very cool. Really
pretty cool.
Yeah, really nice speakers. I think these are 30 or 40,000, so they really are up there. But there are some smaller models. I'm not entirely sure on the pricing. This is a line array speaker. I forget the name here.
Didn't sound that good.
Yeah, this is another room that was a little
No bass, too bright.
Little underwhelming. So we didn't stay very long. But again, take any criticism with a grain of salt because it's a show. The cat room. This is all the cathode technology with all the tubes and everything with the Magico S5 MK2s. So pretty cool. Sounded all right. I'm not a huge fan of tubes with Magico, so I was surprised to see the S5s here with them, but pretty good room. Overall, no complaints. Another picture of the S5s, and of course you get all the people that touch it and wipe their hands on the speakers, unfortunately. You get all the smudges and fingerprints on there. SVS room.
Pretty cool.
Very
Love
cool.
their subs.
Lots of movies. We watched a demo from Baby Driver. That was pretty cool. And there's some scene in there where you can hear some smacking of lips that apparently you can't hear on some other speakers.
No, chewing
gum. On
the right speaker.
Okay, on some stuff. And they were saying to focus on that, and you don't typically hear that in lesser systems or anything like that. So pretty cool room. SVS is always awesome, and the guys from SVS are incredible. So it was a nice demo for sure.
Yeah, super cool.
This was Gresham Acoustics, and this is I'm forgetting the model, but I remember Thomas and Stereo reviewed these. I think they're around 15,000 for the pair. And I think Thomas actually said he liked these better than the Sopra, so I was really looking forward to these. I thought they were just okay. The bass was really nice. Again, in the room, hard to tell. But they're actually a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be, too, because I think they're only about 3 feet tall.
That's what she said.
So that's... that's... It. All right, I'm just going to go next after that. TAD with a bunch of TNA and
these are all right.
Yeah, these were all right. Didn't not I don't know.
Nothing too special.
Nothing too special in my opinion. Again, in the room might be different elsewhere. They had the synergistic research stuff, which we'll get to later. But yeah, cool looking speaker. This was I think it was Superman.
No, it's Moon.
No,
just Moon.
It's Superman, right? Yeah, Superman. Super MCN? Superman? I think it's Superman. They had the big bookshelf was playing. I think that was 25,000, something like that.
Little one, $2,000 for the little one.
The little one,
$2,000 for a pink speaker.
No, it's not pink. I think it was.
It's pink.
It was pink.
Yeah.
I think maybe they ionized it something for the show. But both of these designs isobaric, so if implemented correctly, it should produce a sound like a woofer double the size. So in this case, I think it was an 8-inch for the bigger bookshelf. So 16-inch if the isobaric does its job, and then the smaller one was only a 3-inch, but it could be a 6-inch if they do the isobaric right.
They did it on the big one?
Yeah, they did it in the big one as well. Yeah, isobaric for both, I believe.
And all aluminum too, right?
Yeah, all aluminum. It was like 90 pounds to the bookshelf. Very, very heavy. They have a range of products in Korea. This is a Korean company. They have a range of products beyond this in Korea, but this was their U.S. debut for their products. Thought it was all right. Wasn't too bad.
Cool thing to use Dynaudio woofers for.
Yeah, the Dynaudio woofers was cool, but again, wasn't blown away in the room. I got a picture of some cord electronics that were pretty cool. Tried to get a picture inside the cords. And you don't usually see the cord electronics outside of the deck, so that's kind of cool to see. This is the Linkwits.
I like these. They sounded really wide. They're open back. So, yeah, this is what I really like these ones. They sounded open, wide. They had a ton of bass with the subwoofer. I approve these.
I don't think they actually sell these, or there might be manufacturers that sell them, but I believe they're DIY. You're supposed to build the parts, and I think you buy the actual manual about how to build them from Linkwits Riley themselves. They don't make the speakers, and I thought they were all right. I think they were a little bright for me, but yeah, very wide, very open.
How much are these? You know?
I don't know how much it is to build one or get one pre-built. I think it is up there though. I think we're talking 5 figures, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, Dolly.
Some Dollies. I think the Rubicon 6s were playing, if I'm correctly. Because the other one is the Opticon 8 MK2 or Oberon 8. I'm forgetting the model here, but this is all right. Nothing too
normal.
Nothing too exceptional.
They
but
sounded all right.
Yeah, but it is a $4,000 pair of speakers. So the expectations weren't that high. I forget what music they were playing on these two. I don't think it was anything too exciting either, which probably played into the factor as well.
Yeah. Really bad music taste out here.
This is the Audiophysics. I think this room was like packed, and I was only just able to get in here for a couple pictures and had to get out because
this is first day, right?
Yeah, this is still first day.
That's why I don't remember.
There was just so many people. I think it was just like this, just a straight up jazz again. Nothing too exciting. So we didn't spend too much time in there. Another pair of Dollies was right across the hallway. This is the Golden Ear room. Yeah, Golden Ear room. So I didn't take any pictures of the actual speakers themselves or like what that was playing, because it's just a big black.
Covered up.
Yeah, it's just a big black bar pretty much. So with the grills off, it looks a little cooler with the bass racers and everything. But this was pretty nice, and I did like the music selection that they had. They played a range. They had some Daft Punk. They played some country song that
I like their sound.
Yeah, I like the little twangy country that they played. It was about she's got the pictures, or I've got your pictures, but she's got you. I thought it was a little corny and nice.
Yeah.
But you like the sound of these too.
Yeah.
The bass. So weirdly enough, I remember hearing these in like 2018 or 2019. The bigger model. This is a smaller model than the ones that I remember hearing. And I remember really liking them. But they were playing this jazz cut with this trumpet, and it was so piercing. It was very painful to listen when we were in this room. It was very unfortunate because I think these speakers are honestly good, and I've heard them before and did enjoy them. But I think the source material with these speakers, and maybe they're a little bright, but it was just so painful to be in that room. I was surprised anyone was staying in there, and like the people that were exhibiting were just okay with it because it was so piercingly painful.
Bass are good though, and they use SB acoustic drivers, the Satori series. So yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah,
really well made, and they have amazing drivers.
Yeah, it's a cool speaker for sure. But yeah, and then on the back they also have this very nice finished wood as well. So that was kind of cool to see. Quintessence's Wilson room, very good, of course. Very familiar with this system. Sounds great.
Sabrina's, right?
This is the Sasha Daw.
Oh, sorry.
Sasha DAW. So just under 40,000 for the pair there. And then the Aida 2 with the Boulder 2160.
With the $100,000 pair of cables.
Yeah, the $72,000 transparent Magnum Opus Generation 6 but we won't go too far into that because my opinion there. But the Aidas and the Boulder sounded really good.
Nice pair.
Yeah, played a lot of different music, so it was pretty cool to see.
And they look amazing.
Yeah, definitely an eye pleaser for sure.
This room.
I don't know why they did this, but this is the Bowers. This is the 802 or the 803.
D4 or
the
D3?
D4, and the MC 611s with a pair of JL subs, and they're playing the 1812 Overture, and it was so ear blowingly loud.
And the speakers are clipping.
The woofers clipped a couple times, and I was really surprised that no one turned down. There were people in this room that had their ears covered because it was so loud. I just don't know why they played that music so loud. Like, we didn't go back to that room afterwards, but it was just so loud.
You should have took a video for bass therapy.
You should have.
The speakers were like almost popping out.
Yeah, people would have been. You would have got a lot of engagement too, because people would have been like, "You're destroying those Bowers." Like, not me, the exhibitor.
Yeah, blame them, not me.
Yeah, so that was kind of a weird room.
I just record.
It was just so loud.
They look beautiful.
Yeah,
though.
cool looking speaker for sure. PSB room.
They put it in a corner.
It was so bassy. It was so like corner loaded with the bass. It was so bassy. So I don't know.
You can only hear the bass.
Really nice looking speaker though. I will say that.
I don't like the look of those.
No.
To be honest. I hate
you
don't like trim.
You don't like wood veneers.
No, I don't like the trim on the woofers and around. It makes it look cheap.
Oh, the silver?
Yeah,
I like that.
Makes it look cheap in my opinion.
I like that. Avant-Garde, cool. Yeah, Avant-Garde. The new G3 trios.
Those are subtle for their size. Super subtle, super nice. The bass are there. 2 freaking 15 or 18-inch subwoofers, and you can add 2 more. So you can get clapped with these.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The guy who was running the exhibit, he was pretty nice.
Yeah.
So I liked.
Oh, we didn't even go back to see the smaller ones that he told us to.
That's true. Yeah, he told us to come back and see the smaller ones, but we didn't. There's so much to see. Yeah. The YG room. This is the new Summit series. This is like one of their most affordable lines. This is the top of the line though, so comes in at $25,000, which is like right at where you'd start to hit up against like the Carmel 2 on their normal line, quote unquote.
Sounds good though.
But yeah, it was good. I like the video a lot. Talked to Steve from YG, and he was really nice, real nice guy. So very cool. Stopped at DVLA. But
they're playing the soundbar.
Yeah, they were playing the soundbar. They weren't playing the Phantoms.
Soundbars are good though, but the sound was really good. But we wanted to hear these guys.
Yeah, it was really good for a soundbar. But again, I think it's like $2,200 for that soundbar, something like that. So I would have rather heard the dual Phantoms than the soundbar. They were playing the live Pink Floyd album. And Vivid, we stopped by, but they were talking, and they talked too long, so we just took some pictures and left, and actually didn't return for these.
I didn't even take pictures, bro. I just saw it. I'm like, dang, those look nice though. It
looks
like the guy from Goku.
Yeah, from Dragon Ball Z, right? Yeah, exactly. Every time I see these, I think of Majin Buu. Every time I see these, I think of Majin Buu. Yeah, pretty cool. Stenheim.
Alright, they're alright.
They're alright. Nothing wrong with them. This was like a made for orchestral music, and the idea is like the further separation of the driver creates a more realistic soundstage for orchestra. They also supposedly were giving away free T-shirts, but we don't know how you got the free T-shirts because it said for the best reviewers. But I don't know what that meant. Like if you were supposed to like leave like a 5-star review like on Yelp or something for them, and like they gave you the free T-shirt or what. So I don't know. This was kind of a stranger one for me. Again, playing straight up orchestral music, which I don't listen to a lot of, so didn't get a really great frame of reference for that. But they did look cool. I'll give them that. They looked interesting. I got the picture of you with the Eggleston Works in Tim Schroeder's room from Schroeder Amplification.
These ones, they were playing so low, you couldn't even hear them.
Yeah, it was a little
playing
low.
Normal music, so
It was a little low, and it was like it was some
guitar.
It was some like solo piece that they were playing. So
nice finish on them though.
Yeah, nice finish. This is a Volvo finish, I think, and I think it's 12 or 13,000 for the pair. So pretty cool. And they had those smaller Nikos. Those weren't playing. Those are just static display. Kabase. This guy was texting you all day on the first day. He was like, "Please come to my room. Please come to my room."
And when he saw me, he showed his phone. The text messages like, "Is this you?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, listen to the small ones." I don't think. Do you have the small ones?
I didn't take a picture of the small ones.
So like they have these little balls for like $3,000.
They're really small.
Which is like, you know, if you want those, okay. But I prefer. I'm a bookshelf guy, so I didn't have interest in those. But those big balls looking things, those are cool. I like those. The sound of them were pretty nice.
Yeah, this is I think 30,000 for the pair, and it's not all in one, but
they have an amplifier.
Yeah, there's an amplifier in there for each of the
three-way. The little thing is a tweeter, it has a mid, a woofer, and a bigger woofer on the back.
Yeah, it's all concentric.
Has 4 drivers on them. Super cool.
Rockport.
We had
This was
weird guy.
This is all right, but yeah, there was a weird guy in there that almost had a confrontation with you.
Weird ass guy, dude.
So it was all right. I don't know. Every time I listen to Rockports, and I told Daniel this, that if you start with Kef, you end with Dynaudio. That's kind of the lineage that happens in an audio journey. With Focal, I feel like a lot of people who start out with Focal end up at Rockports, and I'm a Focal guy, so I think to myself, I have to be missing something, because every time I've heard a pair of Rockports, it just hasn't done much for me, and it should, because I keep seeing people that start with Focal end up with Rockport, and it's just not happening for me. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not a real Focal guy after all. I don't know. Rido, this is the 4.8 TD, I think, is what they're called, or 4.2 TD.
Don't ask me.
Something like that. It's like I think it's 130,000 for the pair, something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, I like Rido. This was pretty good, and the esoteric stuff's really nice. This was a good room, but I wouldn't, for 135,000 again,
They didn't sound like that much.
Yeah, and the small room and everything like that. So, but pretty cool speaker. I like Rido. Yeah.
They look nice though.
My God, yeah, this room was so interesting. We got talked to by a couple of the exhibitors that were here in this room. I don't know if this was actually their room or they were just hanging out there.
It was.
The
guy that roasted me on the turntables, the other guy on the amplifiers, the one with the deep voice, and the other guy on the speakers.
We introduced ourselves as YouTubers and Instagram people, and they were just like, "We hate these YouTubers. They don't know how to review. They just speak bullshit. We don't believe in YouTube. YouTube's a waste of time. I fall asleep," which I could believe, but at the same time, I was like, "Yeah, all right. I see your drift." And they were mouthing off to us about pretty much every reviewer on the platform, just saying that.
Yeah, and they say my videos are flapping videos. They're boring. They don't know how people could watch it. I was like, damn, that hurt deep.
It was an interesting room for sure. And we went back to Dynaudio on the second day because we loved it so much. Yeah. So again, Dynaudio definitely.
I'll buy.
Definitely our pick for the show, I think. And went back to Acora as well because we did like that a lot as well.
Yeah, we wanted to see if they had a sub.
Yeah, we wanted to see if they had a sub. Yeah, hanging out somewhere. Oh, this is the Wilson Wham original. This is the serial number 1 that was owned by Dave Wilson.
This is their first speaker.
Yeah, the first pair that he ever made, first speaker he ever made, and sold to some guy. And JS Audio out in Maryland, they had them professionally restored and now on display for all to see. And, this was not the most resolving and amazing system by any stretch of the imagination.
They're good, though, for the time. They're 40 years old.
Yeah, they're 40.
50s.
They're 40 years old, but I will say, they were $35,000 in 1981. So you do the inflation math on that. I think you are looking at a pair that cost, equivalent of like $120,000, $100,000 back in the day. So, like I said, not the end authority and resolution and detail and all that.
They had the bass though,
but. Still very nice to see, an important piece of audio history. I think that's where the value of these really is in the history, less than the sound for today, in 2022. But pretty cool system. Played a lot of Michael Jackson music, so that was pretty cool.
Oh.
The Estelon, the Forzas with the Krells. This was really good sounding, very good sounding room, very well put together. I think a lot of people came away from this very impressed. This was one of your favorite rooms as far as sound is concerned too.
Yeah.
Just kind of some secretive and parts of what was in the chain. The Krell lamp in the middle is unreleased, so not a lot of details there. Nothing really talked about when it came to it. Just that it was unreleased and that Krell is getting back to engineering innovation, because apparently that's not what they've been doing for the last few years, or at least that's not the impression that they've been giving. Back to their roots, yeah. People asked some questions. Some people asked for requests and they wouldn't take requests, so you know.
Yeah, the people there are kind of but their speakers look amazing.
The TNA, really beautiful stuff. Looks really nice. Yeah, I'm not a capacitor stickler, but I think that if you go with Nichicon or Nippon Chemcon or ELNA or something like Vishay, anything like that, you're fine. I'm not going to tell you need to be like Mundorf or Duland or whatever. But in the back here, there's this pair of caps, and there's Samwas. And this was Samsung's old capacitor like brand, but they sold it off to like the Chinese or something like that, and they're not top tier capacitors. And for the products like these that are, so many thousands of dollars, I would like to see at least like A tier capacitors, A tier manufacturers, tier 1 manufacturers like Nippon and Nichicon and such like that. So that's my little rant on that. The R300s, I believe that's what these are.
They're okay.
Yeah, they were okay. I again, the room and everything, but I wasn't particularly blown away. This was really hard to listen to. They had the solitaire headphones in the back, but this was really hard to listen to because the speakers were going at a decent volume, and also they were playing the same exact song as the speakers, but it was about 15 seconds off, so that made it even harder to listen to these and really judge them. So Klipsch Jubilees, it was all right. I think that it's harder to do Klipsch in this room just because it's
especially with those.
The position,
humongous.
Yeah, so humongous, and I think the positioning could have been a little better for where we were sitting at least. I think they were pretty directional at points. So, but again,
it's a horn. It's like there's people that like it. There's people that hate it. So.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of horns. So, I have a implicit bias, I guess, against most horn speakers.
I don't hate it, but I wouldn't. Buy it.
I don't hate it, but I wouldn't buy it. I don't love it. I have yet to see it have a horn really convince me of such. I think the avant-gardes are the closest to that, but I mean those are up north of 6 figures, so they really should be. They really should be, yeah. But cool to see for sure. Oh God, I'm gonna mess this up.
LTA.
Spatial Audio Labs. Okay, Spatial Audio Labs. And the LTA, the linear tube audio. Pretty good. Cool room. Cool
They're
stuff.
open baffle, right?
Yeah, the open baffle. I was trying to hear something that was so different versus what I'm used to when it comes to box speakers. And I just didn't get that. I didn't get this very different presentation where I thought, oh, this is a whole nother beast than a typical box speaker, or an electromagnetic or planar or whatever, electromagnetic or planar speaker like a Martin, Logan, or Magnepan. I think does sound very different. But these, for me,
they sound like a normal speaker.
Yeah,
but
they just sound like a normal speaker to me. So I didn't jump on the open baffle train. Like, wow, you need to go out and try these open baffles, or open baffles the way of the future, man.
The other one you should try though, but these ones, I don't know.
Yeah, there's the open baffle where you see there's no box. DeVore fidelity. This was pretty good. This is the orangutan, I believe. The orangutan. I'm gonna butcher the number, so I'm not gonna say it. But I think there's $9,000 or $12,000 for the pair. It's somewhere in there. It's not exceedingly expensive, but really nice. A really nice look. It sounded pretty good too. Lots of bass. Very nice.
Oh, those are cool.
The Alex V's. I mean,
You can't go wrong with these.
Yeah.
These sounded amazing. That's it.
Yeah.
It's Wilson Audio with the best stuff.
I was worried about, because I've heard this system so many times at Quintessence, and I think this is one of the best systems I've ever heard, if not the best, period. So I was really concerned about how these were going to sound in this room, because I know how good they can sound, and I was afraid that it wasn't going to get there. But they did a really great job. You know, the guys at Quintessence do an amazing job setting these up. They really take a lot of pride and care into make sure they do it right.
And they're super cool. I asked them to take the grills off for me to do videos. They did. Super amazing people there. They love Quintessence. I can't say their name still.
But it still came across very well. I thought this was a really good setup system and sounded equally so. So very nice on the Wilson Alex V. $135,000 for the pair, or $150,000 as shown with the cranberry pearl paint job, and the Ref 160Ms. I think they're still $30,000 for the pair, but don't quote me. Benchmark. Yep.
That's what he uses.
Yeah, Benchmark. The only thing I don't have in this picture is the AHB2. So very familiar looking setup to me. This was Aratai.
Yeah.
For the speakers. Pretty cool guys. Interesting design.
Speakers are alright. They're pretty good for their size.
Yeah, I don't think these were
amazing.
Terribly. I don't think they were.
But they were great.
Yeah, I don't think they were blow me away, but at the same time, they weren't exorbitantly expensive either.
They use passive radiators, by the way.
Yeah, cool design, cool stuff.
Those are good. I remember we walked in the room. It was like the bass is super controlled, punchy. The mids are good. I love those speakers. Those speakers are good too.
Okay, the Joseph Audios with the Doshi electronics. Yeah, I like Doshi Audio a lot too. I wish I had more exposure to them, or the ability to get my hands on some, so I could really dial in on what the sound is like. But every Doshi experience I've had has been a positive one.
Bit.
This was
Martin
Velorum Audio. This was pretty good. I got some good pictures of this one, and you really like this one too. You like the sound.
I don't remember if they have a port or they're passive radiator.
I think it was a port, but this sounded pretty good.
The bookshelves are really nice, but how much? I think they're like $12,000.
12,000 for the pair, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the pricing on these, but they were pretty nice. I like these. They looked really nice.
Oh, those.
The MBL Radio Staller, or however you pronounce it. And
just buy these if you have the money. Insane, super cool.
It was really good. I think these are north of 70,000 for the pair now. I think it's 70,000.
Not that bad. I thought it'd be like what, 300 million.
300 million.
The crazier like the speaker looks, the more expensive. These have a pretty good price to them if you think about it. And the imaging on these, insane.
Yeah, the imaging's really amazing. The omnidirectional was really cool. And the amplifiers and everything was all MBL equipment. The amplifiers were some of the biggest I've ever seen.
Thick boys.
Yeah, they were so large. I mean, the amplifiers were as big as the speaker. It was insane how large they are. You can kind of see comparatively. And I mean, the beast. Just beast.
Some pricing.
Has some pricing.
Those are
ATCs.
Okay. He liked them, but I thought they were like normal. No bass. Mids were alright. Detail on the top end was okay. I just think they're okay. What do you think about them?
I wasn't in love with it, but I thought it was pretty decent. I think they're $8,000 for the pair, something like that. So not terribly expensive. Or
that's the problem. Like you listen to like $70,000 speakers, $100,000 speakers, and you go to $8,000 and you think they're okay.
Yeah,
it's hard to like judge speakers when you're listening to 100K, then 8K, then 12K, then 40K. But if you just heard them, I think they'll be okay. Those are horrible. Sorry, but I don't know who you are, but those are horrible.
Yeah, the Global High End and the CH Precision WattX room, it's a really big room. It's a weirdly shaped room. It was really loud.
Too bright. No bass at all, even farther away.
It was really loud, and it's mostly glass in this room. So very reflective. There was no treatment in the room. Oh no, there was treatment, but only behind the speaker in the middle, which was kind of an odd place to put your treatment, in my opinion. So, yeah, unfortunately, this room didn't sound very good. It looked pretty cool, but it didn't sound very good. So I didn't think we.
Oh, the bomb.
Did the bomb? Yeah. This thing, the guy in this room, he was very nice, and I need to do some more research on this speaker particularly. But it's a ton of drivers.
Do you remember what is it called?
Yeah, I got the information, but I don't have it right now. I think it was Speaker Physics USA. Speaker Physics USA, I think is the name. But yeah, this is a really weird speaker, and he had it covered up. I don't remember. I don't think I took a picture of the cover on.
Orange.
Yeah, the orange cover over it.
It was 3D printed too.
But
the sound was. There was no like bass and mid bass, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but it was very interesting design, and I'm gonna do some more research on this one. But
they sounded wide though.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a lot of purpose-built stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But as Giles said, Home Theater Fanatics, he's like, that looked like a bomb. Like he's like, I'm surprised he got that through security or wherever he went. Even into the hotel. Like that just looks very suspicious. This is the DefTechs, yes, the D17s, $3,500 for the pair. I really like this picture I took. I thought this could be like a Marantz ad, to be honest.
Those speakers are alright though. They weren't anything special in my opinion.
Yeah, not anything too special. I think I like the Polk Reserve RS 100s.
Yeah,
Reserve
I think
100s.
the Polk sounded better than the
across the way, but these are really nice looking.
Yeah,
these are super premium.
Aluminum front, matte, like gloss black, 2 woofers on the bottom. I don't know if one's active, one's passive.
I think it's ported, but yeah, this was a really nice.
No, DefTech normally is sealed.
Oh, is it sealed?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. Really nice. The Alta Audios. This was kind of a weird room.
The guy with the bucket of dirt.
Okay. Wait, let me see if I should have a picture. No, I didn't take a picture. Okay.
Like those yellow cables, guys. They go into a bucket full of dirt.
Yeah, they go into it wasn't dirt.
So it's grounded.
It's not. No. It's not. I don't think it was dirt. I forget the material's called, but there's actual material that does like diffuse electrical signals like that, and you can use it for grounding. A lot of grounding boxes do have that. So it was legit. Well, it was 100% legitimate in that case. And like the speakers here, the new Alexes, these are just so beautiful and stunning. It was awesome. They were playing really boring music, unfortunately. So I wish they had played something more dynamic so we could see what these could really do. But the guy who was presenting, he was from the amplifier company, and he was saying that they use chokes instead of capacitors, and why chokes are better than capacitors. But I thought it was weird that he was saying chokes is how they did it back in like the 1940s, before capacitors were really a thing, and it was better. And that's why Ella Fitzgerald and other older artists sound better than modern artists, which I disagree with. But he said they use chokes and to do that, so the current is instantaneous instead of capacitors where the power is to charge up. But yeah, kind of weird explanation, and kind of weird that he said, "Oh, this is how they did it in the 40s," but also our choke design and implementation is patent pending.
Oh yeah, and they said the choke is better because it holds energy for longer than a capacitor.
Yeah, which is weird because typically that's something you don't want to happen in electronic circuits, is for eddy currents to stay in a circuit. So kind of a weird explanation. I don't know. There might be more research to be done on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Bowers and Room.
Those guys at Bowers and Wilkins, they're amazing. Shout out to them. Those sounded awesome. I listened to the bookshelves at a Best Buy. They sounded so bright and horrible. But those, they clapped my cheeks. I love them.
Yeah, these were good. Class A Delta monos. All Class A power. Never got really above 3 watts usage either. So they were always operating in Class A. And
they're loud as freak.
Yeah, really, really impressive, really nice. Showed us all the technology and stuff that went into the D4s, and but they were doing demos only every 15 minutes, and then the demos themselves were only lasting about 5 with like a 10-minute sales talk. So I will say that was probably the biggest negative was the 10-minute sales talk that preceded the listening demo and having to wait outside the room.
Yeah, let the speakers talk. We don't, like, specs, we can see it on your website. Let the speakers talk.
And they only let in like 6 people at a time as well, so
Yeah.
that created some queues at times.
Yeah.
But still cool, and the guys
Those
were
are
nice
cool.
too.
Because that's not a tweeter, that's like something
Yeah,
different.
this is the Magner Menger floor stander. 22,000 for the pair, and I was trying to decipher what was on top. I thought it was just like a grill or something like that with the tweeter inside.
No, that's the tweeter.
That's the
tweeter.
Yeah, that's the tweeter. It's this.
It's a planner.
Yeah, it's this planner. Or like mylar film kind of thing.
It reacts like water, like he said. Like if you drop a rock in a puddle of water, like it waves off. That's what they're doing with the energy. Like it goes in the middle and then it vibrates off the center.
There was this huge neodymium magnet array underneath. It was pretty cool. So, and really nice looking speaker as well.
And they have a woofer on the back too.
Yeah.
Pretty and cool they stuff. Can come in any color you want.
Yeah, and they had it powered by the Master Sound tubes, which, you know, they had these huge 845s, which are always fun to see. So, pretty cool room. Paega room with the 711s. I think they're 25,000 for the pair now.
20,000 sounds cheap nowadays.
And this is a step up from the 511. 2 passive radiators and 2 active bass drivers.
They sounded alright. I don't remember anything amazing from them.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good. I like the Paega sound. I like the sound of these coaxial ribbons. They're really nice. So I did like it. I did like the lighting effect here as well for the photo.
They
and
look nice.
Powered by all the Rose equipment. So the Rose RS 150B and the unreleased Rose RA 180 integrated, which I was told is coming out
30 days.
30 days, yeah. 30 days for the release in America. So really cool.
The knob on those? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Super cool steampunk design, like Niagara on steroids. Really nice looking. I can't wait to hear this in more detail. It's gonna be awesome. And some more. And this is the other MoFi room. This was the Wharfdale Weddings. Pretty cool. They had Lenny did this.
4.
Yeah, Lenny did this weird thing where he just decided, hey, I'm gonna throw another lid in on top of the other one in opposite and do like a Diapoletto thing on my own, and it worked. This sounded really good. I was surprised, like,
because I think it sounded really way bigger than it looked. But when he unplugged it, I was like, you know.
I think those are $800 each, so it wouldn't be too hard.
Oh, so $1,600 for those?
I think so.
They're worth it for the price they were making.
I think so. Maybe they're even cheaper than that.
I think they're $1,200 a piece.
$1,200
or a pair.
It might be $1,200 for the pair.
Yeah, because I saw a post that was like $1,200 or $1,300.
Yeah, I think they're not.
$1,299.
Yeah, I don't think they're too expensive. So
for the price, amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was really good for the price. Although I will say that it was kind of weird because it is, you know, like $2,400 in speakers, but it was being powered by almost $50,000. I think more than $50,000 in electronics. So there's every opportunity for these to shine.
The Rose right there is like what, $5,000?
$5,000.
That's just a streamer.
I think it was the Bat Rex 3. Yeah, preamplifier. And then the VK20i integrated. Or no,
was that like...
Or powering up? I forget. But it was, I mean...
With that gear, you can't go
the Rex 3 preamp alone is $30,000, so, yeah.
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 With that gear, nothing can sound bad, you know?
Yeah. Bat's some serious stuff. I've been very interested in the Bat stuff.
Maybe... Oh, that was fun. The guy over there, super cool.
Yeah, the Bearvent audio room, very cool. Played the Wilson Benesh. This is the Discovery 3.1, I think it was.
They aren't released yet.
They're unreleased. Yeah, they're not released yet.
I don't remember the model, though.
Discovery 3 something. I think maybe Discovery 3. Forgetting a little bit here, but I remember they were $31,000 for the pair when they're going to come out. But they're unreleased, coming soon. But very cool. Again, the isobaric design, 3D printed waveguides on the tweeter.
Sounded really big. Bass was alright for their size, but they sounded way bigger than they were.
Yeah, really nice sound staging on these and ability to kind of be very diverse and
the finish too.
Yeah,
$31K.
Finish with the carbon fiber, really nice. Cool system.
Oh.
The Vinny Rossi, very cool. It's been very cool to watch the Vinny Rossi brand grow and evolve and become
and
this.
we met the man.
We met Vinny Rossi himself.
It was funny because it said Vinny Rossi for Vinny Rossi.
Yeah. He was a very nice guy. The QLN bookshelf speakers, a lot of bass.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
But it's not like it didn't sound boxy or like muffled.
No,
it sounded
it was
really clean bass, really deep and fast. Those speakers are amazing. They don't look much. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, another pair of bookshelves. But then I heard them and I was like, damn, these are good.
Yeah, really good. And maybe the Vinny Rossi definitely helps there.
Yeah.
$39,000 for that unit. It is an integrated amplifier, and you can run it with or without the tubes. 300 Bs inside. I think I should have a picture here of the inside. Vinny took the top off.
Toroidal? I don't know how to say it.
Toroidal. Yeah.
Toroidal. There it goes.
Yeah, it took the top off for us. Really nice. Really cool to see inside that thing.
Oh, those.
This was the...
I don't even remember.
God, the Aries. I don't know exactly what's going on here. I know that, of course, there is some huge horn and some very intricate wood carving going on here.
4 drivers all around.
Yeah, 4 drivers all around. It looked
Huge.
like this looks like a weapon from the future. It looked like something that was like we'd find in like a Halo game or something like that.
It would suck you in there.
Yeah, like a vortex. Yeah. It was interesting. It wasn't. I didn't think they were all that, but really interesting speaker. Again, the room and everything like that. The rhythms. I didn't think these were very good.
Boxy,
Very boxy sounding.
I feel bad talking shit.
Again, take it with a grain of salt. The room, everything like that.
Yeah.
I thought this was designed particularly was a kind of a little weird because this is a tube. This is a tube that you see here at the output of the driver, the full range driver. Although there are
you're making like turbulences at the exit.
Yeah, kind of weird. Kind of weird to put the turbulence at the port because there's a lot of products that try to shield the tube. Albeit I will say I don't believe in those products, but
maybe it's cooling.
They're
like thinking ahead.
No.
Because of the air coming out, it's like cooling.
No, it's just weird. I thought that was really strange to put the tube at the port like that. And just like, I felt like it was just like Microphonic City. I don't know. It was a weird one for me.
JBL was fun.
JBL was fun. It was a good demo. Lots of bass. Really nice. Very coherent speaker. And for the price, definitely,
But JBL's like a big company, so they understand how to like make products great. They've been doing it for all long.
Definitely a value prospect. And the L82 Classics were very cute.
I love the grills. Grills are the best part of them.
Yeah, the grills were really cool.
He switched for the towers too, so we could hear them.
Yeah.
They were shaking everything on it.
Revel,
those are not even the top model.
Revel 328 BEs in the Mark Levinson room.
Can't judge.
Yeah, hard to judge. I mean, just the most boring
music you can find.
They
were like, let's find the boringest music ever. I don't even know
it's
the word.
Weird because Mark Levinson is kind of like a hip and cool brand, or like trying to be, and just like the most boring.
Like, they were playing like super quietly too. You could
very quiet as well. Yeah, just like the most boring sound I've ever heard in my life. So
and I was excited for Revel because I love their speakers.
It's disappointing. I've heard Revel in the past and it's been very good. So I was disappointed to hear that. These ones, God, I'm starting to forget.
The disco ball. That's why we got it.
Yeah, we went in because it looked like a disco ball on top from when we first appeared in the room. But it is like this horn loaded.
They sounded alright though. No bass, just mids and highs.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about this room, unfortunately. But I mean, cool looking speaker. Triangle. Oh boy. Triangle. I mean, they're playing the Bro 3s here, and it sounded all right. It was off the Rogue. I think the Chrono.
I couldn't even pay attention.
Magnum?
The song was just repeating sex. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube.
It was so weird. The song they were playing on this, and I don't know if the dude was into it or like I don't know what was going on. But the song was just like this sex song about like having sex all the time. And
but wait, are these speakers $500 or the stands $500?
I think the speakers are $500.
But with that finish, because that finish is freaking nice.
Yeah,
for
$500,
nice, those are worth it. So if you have $500, get one of those because the finish on them, amazing.
Just don't play the weird sex song.
Yeah,
it was so weird.
It was. I walked in, I was like, "What the freak?"
And then the signatures.
Look at that finish, though.
Yeah, they did really nice on the finish, although they have been touched quite a bit.
Yeah. Wonder why?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Those were amazing.
Yeah, the cubes. These were pretty cool. I think these are 26,000 for the pair. I forget. It could be more. I don't remember.
They look amazing.
I think these are the flagship cubes. All Pass Labs equipment, and even the power amp. This little
Put them out.
Well, Michael Fremmer said it was a trash container. He thought it was a trash container. And
tell them what we're looking at, because I don't think they're like, that's an amplifier like we thought.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That thing in between the speaker, the green and the wood, that's the amplifier. It's something that Nelson Pass cooked up. It's the House of 1,000 JFETs.
Yeah, and it's 20 watts per
Yeah,
channel.
just 20 watts per channel.
And they were pushing those pretty loud.
Yeah, 512. Yeah, it's 1,024 JFET transistors in total, 512 per channel, 256 per side of the amplifier.
And the guy was so happy to say that. He was repeating.
Yeah, he loved to tell people.
loved
He's
that.
like, Michael Fremmer came in and he's filming everything and he's about to leave, and the guy says, "You're not going to film the power amp?" And he said, "Where's the power amp?" And he looks down and he says, "It's this thing." And Michael Fremmer from Stereophile says, "I thought it was a trash can." And he says, "No, that's the House of 1,000 JFETs made by Nelson Pass."
That guy's so rude, dude. I don't know how I feel about him.
I don't know. People have their opinions about him, but
yeah, that was rude though, because that guy was so excited about something. You just don't.
He's
call it
in
a
trash can,
you know?
Yeah.
Just fucking destroyed his hopes and dreams.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Took a cool. I tried to get an inside picture, but I did the wrong thing because all the JFETs are pointed outside of the amplifier. That pointed inside, and it wasn't until I got home and looked at the pictures that I was like, "Oh, you idiot! The JFETs are on the outside." At home,
couldn't hear anything.
They were talking too much in this room. Unfortunately, they were just trying to. It was the last day. They're just trying to sell their demos, so they were talking to everyone who would,
buy it.
Yeah, every Rick Harrison in the room saying, "Best I can do $20." Like, what can you do? I can do 30. Well, I could do 40.
Wait till they use so you can get them for cheap.
Yeah, keep going up. So they were trying to negotiate with the audiophiles to sell all the equipment in this room. So we unfortunately didn't get to hear a lot, but I had heard Atome, their sister company Atoll, in the past, and
they look amazing though.
Yeah,
love the finish.
Impressed before, so good stuff. And I think this was the IN 300 SE, so really well built amplifier, and all the Atoll stuff is like this, and it's really high quality stuff. I like Atome and Atoll. Audio Vector. I think these are the SR6s, I believe.
The Arete.
Arete.
Yeah.
I think they're $30,000 for the pair.
Aren't those the R3?
Are they the R3? Okay, the smaller version.
I think I have a video of them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the R6s are bigger. Yeah, these are the R3s, so these are like $10,000 for the pair, around there.
They look amazing.
Yeah,
the sound, amazing too. I like this.
The sound was really good. They put on a vinyl cut of Steely Dan Asia. They put on a cut of Steely Dan Asia, and I'm not a big fan of vinyl, but that sounded really good. I was surprised how good that sounded. So really cool, really
Carbon
nice.
fiber woofers, aluminum.
Yeah, and really nice, really nice looking in that red.
Oh.
YG Vantage Live. So this is the powered YG Vantage. Really nice. I think this is north of 40,000 for the pair, but they had this
sealed. With that much bass. I don't believe it.
Yeah, a lot of bass. So really nice. I love YG. So this is
color on them too.
The color, the matte kind of not navy, like army.
All right, let's go back.
This army green look.
Brown.
Yeah, it's army
army green.
Army brown kind of look, like camouflage brown. It was really nice, and it was like powder coating. It was like a high-end car.
And it kind of changed colors too. It was like kind of more bronze and like darker brown, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, YG did a really nice job getting this color finish. So really cool, really sexy. Sonar.
Oh,
yeah, my. This one was good. So we went to this room, and the guy was like, he was just playing stuff off of files that he had. It was fine. It sounded pretty good. And then Daniel asked for something a little bit more dynamic, and the guy was kind of like, I don't really have anything like that. and we were leaving the room, and he introduced himself as Bass Therapy, and the guy's like, "You're the guy! You're the guy!" He was so excited to meet him.
It's like, you can play anything. And then we like played some bass songs.
Yeah, we played
some videos for
we
you.
played some bass songs and everything. So
That's
once he knew who you were,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it changed quite a bit.
Yeah,
And
quite a bit.
Yeah, he was he was a big fan of yours.
But hey, the speakers sounded pretty nice. I think the bass on it were pretty good for the size of the woofers. They did not sound boxy at all, and pretty wide soundstage.
Yeah, 2.5 way design. I'm starting to feel like I'm developing a very strong soft spot for the 2.5 way design speakers.
Same. I like how they sound, to be honest. Like the 2.5 way.
I got some pictures of the smaller bookshelves that weren't playing, but still look pretty cool.
Oh, this room.
Martin. we'll get back to this because I took some more pictures later. But came into one of the Martin rooms, and they were playing this vinyl cut that was not very good. And the guy who was running the room said that the record he had put on was not very good, and to come back later. So just took some pictures and left, and then we came back towards the end of the show.
Yeah, we'll tell you the story later.
Yeah, this was the oh my god.
These were surprising.
These were really good. What was it? Malbork, or I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Is this release whatever, right? They're just releasing it right there, like.
Yes, this was the global debut.
Yeah,
the global debut of this speaker. I don't even know how much it was. And interestingly enough, I was looking at this and I'm like, what amp is that? It looks like an old Sim Audio like Celeste 5.1 or 5.3, whatever the model was. And sure enough, when I was looking at the back of the pictures, I'm like, that is one of the old Sim Audio Celeste. So this amp is like 15, 20 years old. So it was really weird. It was really weird that they chose to pair it with this amp that's like very far not in production for so many years.
But they sounded good though.
Sounded really good.
Really good. They sound as good as they look. A lot of bass. They're sealed though.
Yeah.
They're sealed.
Really good.
SB acoustic drivers.
I came in here, weird looking speaker. I was expecting to be disappointed.
Same. Then they were playing like some newer songs.
They were playing some more dynamic and newer songs too.
Or it was like a woman singing. What was they playing? Do you remember?
I don't remember. We Shazammed a few things for this room too because it was pretty good what they were playing.
A lot of bass with these.
Yeah, really nice.
Voice clarity too.
Paradigm room.
Too bright.
Too bright. Yeah, I was surprised because I've heard these before and I didn't think they were very bright at all.
And we were not in the first seat.
But then in the room it was extraordinarily bright. So I don't know if I know they had done some arc tuning in the room to do something. And
I don't believe in arc tuning, but
I don't know. Maybe we just weren't in the good spot because we were off to the side. But you'd figure off axis it'd be less bright.
But as you can see, they're not tilted in. Normally speakers are tilted in. This one is tilting to the outside. So I don't know if it was positioning. I don't know.
I mean,
weird.
Huge sound, very powerful. Very dynamic, but yeah, where we were standing, it was way too bright.
Sometimes it was ear piercing too.
Yeah, it was a little ear piercing at times.
Those sounded amazing.
Wilsons, I never heard the Wilsons be so bassy.
Same.
So I was surprised to see the Sasha DAWs be so bassy in this room. I forget what they were playing, but it was pretty good.
With their amps right
there. Yeah, the Mytek amps with the little tubes too.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I did like this room a lot. Martin Logan, ESL 15s.
I did not believe what was happening in front of me because you look at the grills and the sound comes from the grills. I never heard these before, so I was like, what the heck is happening? Why is there something there? Oh, no, that was funny.
Yeah.
Those are cool, though.
I knew you were going to like these a lot, so I knew we definitely had to see them. I think that,
Martin Logan is amazing. I like them.
Yeah, it was a cool room. I like Martin Logan as well. Monitor audio. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
They're okay company.
Nothing exceptional. Another Estelon.
We went back there.
Yeah, we went back there. I think this is the X. I believe this is the X. I think it's 56,000. I might be thinking of the XB. I think these might be more expensive. They might be 80 something thousand.
The XB probably has like the upgraded woofers, like the crazy looking ones.
I think these are I think these are the X. I think these are like 80 something thousand, something like that. But these were just there was only one. Yeah, there was only one. They didn't even have the stereo pair. It was just the one for display.
Yeah, that was weird. That's me.
All right, then we got to the headphone area. We got the LCD 5s. the Odyssey flagship, I think these are $5,000.
I didn't like these, to be honest. No
They're
bass.
they're a lot.
No bass.
They're smaller than my LCD2s, which is weird.
I don't know. Those are weird. I didn't like them. Those I couldn't really listen to.
I didn't take a picture of the Odyssey electrostatics. They had the carbons. What did you think about the carbons?
The carbons were better than these.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like. That's what I felt like.
I'm kind of smiling because when I put the carbons on, it sounded like they were broken.
Really?
Like they were very staticky, and like the channels weren't equal. I don't know. Maybe it fixed itself when it got to you, but I thought
I didn't hear anything.
It sounded broken to me when I put it on. It was really strange. 1266s. Unfortunately, this display at Wells Audio, they didn't have they had 100
4 albums.
Yeah, they had 4 albums on here, and they're all jazz albums from 1930. So kind of forgettable, unfortunately. HiFi Man.
Yeah. HiFi Man, the most expensive one was and the cheaper one was better than the most expensive one too.
Yeah, I like the one step down.
That one.
Yeah,
that one sounds better.
What is this? This is
the combo sounds better.
HE1000. Yeah, I like the HE. I honestly like the HE1000 more than the Susvara.
You're gonna save a lot more money and have better sound.
Yeah, I feel like the Susvara has the same problem for me that the Focal Utopia does. It has this weird peak in the upper mids that just puts me off very, very strongly, unfortunately. So I like the HE1000s better. And
Those ones were good. Those ones were good.
Yeah, this was really good. The oh my god,
I forgot the name. Oh,
Warwick Acoustics. Yes,
they're from the UK.
From the UK, yes.
Amazing.
All in one units. You can't buy their stuff separately. So I think it was $6,000 for the ones here, which is my very blurry photos, unfortunately.
And $32K for that.
And then 34,000. This was a 34,000. No, 32 or 34. 32. I thought it was 34.
32.
Something like that. For their flagship. And this can also be used as a standalone.
But I didn't hear that much difference from the normal stuff to the really expensive.
Okay, from the $6,000 pair to the $32,000 pair.
I didn't really hear that much difference. It was more bass, it was faster, but I didn't think the jump in price was worth it.
It's definitely very diminished returns. But I did think that these were better, and
no, I agree they were better, but it's not that big of a difference.
It's marginal. It's marginal for sure.
So get the $6,000 pair. It's worth it. Those are good. I think they were one of the best headphones I heard.
Unless your last name is Musk, and then you can go for the 32, no problem.
Yeah. Hey, if you're Musk, you can buy the whole show.
That was good. Meze Elites, you like these a lot.
Those are good. They're soft. They're super nice in the ear. The only problem with the other set of headphones, they're super tight. So they're pushing my glasses.
Oh, really?
These ones are super comfortable. Super comfortable. I love those.
Okay.
And sound, too.
I like the Elites. Okay, here we go. Synergistic research room.
I'm not going to give my opinion on these.
All right. I know the guy who's the sales director for Synergistic Research. He used to work at a store that I'm very close with. And...
He's just let's just skip.
No, I went there because I wanted to see what he had to say and everything like that. And we went there and he wasn't even there. So I was like, okay, we came and saw the room, but unfortunately he wasn't there. And I think I got to withhold my comments here because, I just don't believe in any of this stuff. And I think people get very jaded and very angry about this stuff. And my opinion is, if you don't believe in it and you don't want to promote it, don't be that guy that is so angry in the comments and attack others for believing in it or whatever, because that's just not the solution. It doesn't go anywhere.
In my eyes, how can a little piece of metal change the sound that much, like they are saying? Let's say it's not even in front of the woofer. So that's my opinion. I don't know. There's no scientific reading that shows improvement over the sound. There's nothing there. There's no graphics, right? So if I don't see numbers and graphics, I don't believe it. But that's me,
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, synergistic.
They sounded cool though, the Magicals.
Yeah, the Magicals were good.
Those are good.
Yeah, Borson O2s, really good, really nice. Again, really.
They had nice music. This room though, boring music. We couldn't really tell if the speakers are good. Super low volume.
But then we got a request in.
Oh yeah, true.
We
On
got
these ones?
Yeah, we got the requesting on these ones.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed with these ones though.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, these fell a little short for me. Unfortunately, so I don't know. But also the positioning here was kind of weird too, because you can see in this photo like the driver's like literally budged up against the desk like that. Like that's got to create some like funky reflections, you know. But at the same time, look at you can kind of get pretty close to the wall here with the O2s, but I don't know. I feel like this is even worse with the bookshelf, where like you get some really strange reflections where the desk is like kind of half there and half not there. So I don't know. I thought that was maybe a positioning problem, if anything. My cool.
They look cool though.
Cool looking speaker. Woo Audio Room was very nice.
Headphones.
Yeah, Woo Audio Room was really nice. The Abysses. I don't even know this Woo model. I know this is a newer one, but that was pretty cool.
Sounded good though.
Yeah, the Dianas.
Dianas are cool.
Yeah, then the Stacks.
I think Stacks were the worst. From the
Really?
Dianas, the Mezet,
really?
and the Abyss. I didn't like the Stacks.
Oh, really? Wow,
Maybe it was the
okay.
model that I was listening to, but I did not like those ones.
They're not, the Stacks I will say are not as bassy, but they are extremely, they're just so lightning fast. I don't think there's much that can touch them. I would say the only thing that can touch the Stacks as far as like lightning transient response is like the Warwicks. And you know, those are up there as well, so.
I don't know. I thought they were like bass lacking, but
Yeah, this was the new flagship from Stacks. I forget the model name here, but this was pretty
it's
cool.
like the 9,000 something.
Yeah.
R30's metas, we couldn't really tell.
Yeah, again.
They're really detailed, but we couldn't really tell about the bass because the songs that we were playing. We were playing Pink Floyd, but nothing that could push him.
Yeah, and I'm familiar with Pink Floyd, but they're playing the vinyl cut, and I'm not a vinyl guy, and I'm not sure what pressing it was and everything like that. So hard to judge on this one.
Yeah, the guys were pretty cool though.
Yeah, the guys were cool.
And they
Cool
look
speaker,
amazing.
yeah.
It's calf.
And then we went back to the Martin room.
let's go.
Okay, yeah. So you can tell say your piece on Martin.
So we walked in there, right? This guy's just chilling. And then I start talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, let me play some song." I was like, "Oh, can Ray asked him if we could request a song, right?" And then I requested a few songs, and then like he was super chill to hang with. And then he was like, "Can I play a few songs?" And we're like, "Yeah, like you do you." And then he started playing some electronic music, and it was like blasting.
Yeah.
The guy was so fun. I was not expecting really electronic punchy music. I was waiting for like violin or some stuff like that, like boring.
Yeah.
But that guy was different. He's like, yeah, people come in here and ask for like old albums from like 19 whatever. And he was like 70, 60 to 70.
I don't know. He was an older guy for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was super chill. Loved that guy. But he had a lot of fun at the store, at this room. They have passive radiators. I love the sound of these speakers. I don't know what to say. They're like super good with bass. They did not sound boxy. Details are there. What was your opinion on it?
Yeah, it was really nice speaker. Really nice. I mean, the look is second to none for sure. Really well designed, and even they handled the electronic music, everything we threw at it really well.
And $12,000, and look at that finish.
Yeah, the finish, like I said, the finish is second to none. So that was really cool. It was really nice to kind of end Axpona on this note too, having like a lot of exposure, some newer music and some really dynamic music, stuff that we definitely did not hear anywhere else in the show. So very cool. The guy, it was I think Malcolm from Goodwin's High End. Yeah, real nice,
super cool guy.
Really nice guy. So definitely very good show overall.
It's refreshing, just to like go into that room, you just come out smiling. It's something different.
Yeah, this was the last room we visited, so that's the end of our slideshow. But really nice show, Axpona 2022. Looking forward to 2023. Lot smaller show than what it was in 2019 for sure. Not as many people, but I definitely think there were some exhibitors that were a little gun shy on the expo, but I think the turnout and the feedback that people are going to give about this show is really going to supercharge for 2023. So
I think it was pretty fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun for sure. Met a lot of people. Met people that
we would never
meet. All that. People came up to me and said, "Hey, follow you on Instagram, or I watch your videos, or you're awesome," and stuff like that. You're that guy. You're the man.
Yeah, from a company owner.
Yeah, from a company owner. Yeah. So
that was pretty cool. Made my day.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff, lots of cool connections. So bigger and better stuff to come from us, and
Next year will be bigger. So
yeah.
let's see what happens.
Awesome. Well, that's our show coverage from Axpona 2022. HiFi Turtle, Bass Therapy. Check you later.